Mastering anything with the Feynman Technique. Learning is a lifelong endeavor, and mastering new skills or concepts can be a challenging but rewarding journey. Fortunately, there are various techniques and strategies available to help us learn efficiently and effectively. One such technique is the Feynman Technique, named after the renowned physicist Richard Feynman. This method is a powerful tool for understanding complex subjects, enhancing retention, and ultimately mastering anything from academic subjects to practical skills. We will delve into the principles and applications of the Feynman Technique, exploring how it can be used to accelerate the learning process and achieve mastery in various domains. The origins of the Feynman Technique. The Feynman Technique is named after Richard P. Feynman, a Nobel Prize-winning physicist known for his remarkable ability to explain complex scientific concepts in simple terms. He possessed the unique ability to make the most intricate ideas accessible to a broad audience. It was this gift for simplifying complex subjects that inspired the creation of the Feynman Technique. Feynman's approach to learning and teaching was driven by a core belief: if you can't explain something simply, you don't truly understand it. He applied this principle not only to his scientific endeavors but also to various aspects of his life. The result was a technique that could be employed by anyone seeking to gain mastery over a subject. The 4 steps of the Feynman Technique. The Feynman Technique consists of 4 key steps, each designed to deepen your understanding of a subject and enhance your ability to recall and apply what you've learned. These steps are: 1. Choose a concept. The first step in the Feynman Technique is to select the concept or topic you want to master. It could be an academic subject, a new language, a musical instrument, or virtually anything you want to learn. 2. Teach it to a child. Imagine that you're teaching this concept to a child with no prior knowledge of the subject. This forces you to break down complex ideas into their simplest components and use straightforward language. The act of simplifying and explaining the topic as if you were talking to a child helps solidify your own understanding. 3. Identify gaps and go deeper. While explaining the concept, you may encounter areas where your knowledge is incomplete or unclear. These gaps are opportunities for further learning. Go back to your primary sources, textbooks, or other materials to fill in these gaps and deepen your understanding. 4. Review and refine. After identifying and addressing the gaps, review your explanation once more. Ensure that it remains simple and clear. If there are still complex or convoluted sections, simplify them further. Repeat this process until you can explain the entire concept in plain and concise language. Applications of the Feynman Technique. The versatility of the Feynman Technique is one of its most compelling features. It can be applied to a wide range of subjects and skills, making it a valuable tool for students, professionals, and lifelong learners alike. Here are some examples of how the Feynman Technique can be used. 1. Academic learning. Students can employ the Feynman Technique to understand and master complex subjects such as mathematics, science, history, and literature. By breaking down intricate concepts into simple explanations, they can enhance their comprehension and retention of key information. 2. Language acquisition. Learning a new language can be a daunting task, but the Feynman Technique can make it more manageable. By teaching basic vocabulary and grammar rules as if instructing a beginner, language learners can gradually build their proficiency. 3. Skill development. Whether it's playing a musical instrument, cooking a gourmet meal, or mastering a sport, the Feynman technique can be used to break down the components of a skill and improve one's ability to perform it effectively. 4. Professional development. Professionals seeking to gain expertise in their fields can use the Feynman technique to understand intricate concepts or stay updated with industry trends. It can also aid in preparing for presentations or teaching others. 5. Problem solving. When faced with complex problems or challenges, individuals can apply the Feynman technique to dissect the issues, identify potential solutions, and communicate their strategies clearly. The psychological benefits of the Feynman technique. Beyond its practical applications, the Feynman technique offers several psychological benefits that enhance the learning process. 1. Enhanced retention. Breaking down complex concepts into simple explanations and teaching them to others reinforces memory retention. This active engagement with the material helps learners remember key information over the long term. 2. Boosted confidence. Successfully explaining a subject in simple terms boosts self-confidence. This newfound confidence can motivate learners to tackle more challenging topics and broaden their knowledge. 3. Reduced anxiety. The Feynman technique can reduce anxiety associated with learning complex subjects. By breaking down the material into manageable parts, learners can approach even the most challenging topics with greater ease. 4. Improved critical thinking. The act of simplifying and explaining a concept fosters critical thinking skills. Learners are encouraged to question their own understanding and seek deeper insights. Criticisms and limitations of the Feynman technique. While the Feynman technique is a powerful tool for learning and mastering subjects, it is not without its limitations. 1. Time-consuming. The Feynman technique can be time-consuming, especially for complex subjects. Breaking down intricate concepts into simple explanations and revisiting them for refinement requires a significant investment of time and effort. 2. Overemphasis on explanation. Some subjects may not lend themselves well to simplification through explanation. Advanced mathematical proofs or highly specialized scientific theories may be challenging to teach to a child without prior knowledge. 3. Lack of real-world application. The Feynman technique focuses on understanding and explanation but may not always facilitate practical application. Some skills require hands-on practice and experience that cannot be fully substituted by explanation alone. 4. Limited to individual learning. While the Feynman technique can be applied individually, it may not be as effective in group learning settings. Collaborative learning and discussions often require different approaches. Strategies to maximize the Feynman technique. To make the most of the Feynman technique, learners can employ several strategies. 1. Prioritize understanding over memorization. Instead of rote memorization, focus on genuinely understanding the subject matter. This will make it easier to explain the concepts in simple terms. 2. Break complex concepts into steps. For intricate subjects, break them down into smaller, manageable steps. Teach each step individually before connecting them to form a complete understanding. 3. Use visual aids. Visual aids, such as diagrams or flowcharts, can complement verbal explanations and enhance comprehension. 4. Seek feedback. Ask for feedback from peers or mentors. They can help identify areas where your explanations could be clearer or more concise. 5. Practice, practice, practice. Mastery comes with practice. Repeatedly apply the Feynman technique to different aspects of the subject to reinforce your understanding. The Feynman technique is a powerful and versatile approach to learning and mastery. It embodies the idea that true understanding is achieved when complex concepts are broken down into their simplest forms. By choosing a concept, teaching it to a child, identifying gaps, and refining explanations, learners can deepen their understanding of virtually any subject. While the Feynman technique has its limitations and may not be suitable for every learning scenario, it remains a valuable tool for students, professionals, and anyone seeking to acquire new skills or knowledge. Through its application, individuals can enhance their comprehension, boost their confidence, and embark on a lifelong journey of mastering anything they set their minds to. As Richard Feynman himself once said, the first principle is that you must not fool yourself, and you are the easiest person to fool. The Feynman technique provides a structured path to avoid self-deception and attain true mastery.